If I got offered, I'd 99.99% say yes, for sure.
I know you said that you've been, you're single during quarantine. Have you been able to date at all? I mean, it's got to be hard to do like Zoom dates.
It's really, really hard. I have friends that have done different things where I thought, oh, that's interesting. Like, someone went on a surfing date, which I was like, that's actually kind of cool. Like, you don't touch, you don't anything, but you go, you get a surfboard and you go hang out on the beach and go surfing. And I was like, I could see this. This is fun. Love the surf, love the beach. And then there's also friends that are just doing like the first dates at a park, where you have to be, you take your own blanket and your own bottle of wine and you sit at the park and you get to know each other. And if you like it, then you get a COVID test. And if you're both negative, you can go on a real date. I mean, There's ways around it. It's just really intense. Like, it doesn't make the dating scene any easier. Let's put it that way.
No, totally. And then is it true that you were going to do the Bachelorette Australia when all this happened, right?
I was on the fence. They offered it to me and I was initially like, sure, I mean, that could be fun. And then as I got into it, there was something that didn't feel right, and which is odd because I love the show. Worldwide, I think the franchise is fantastic and I have a lot of fun watching it. But for some reason, my instincts were saying, don't do it, which was very bizarre. And I've had to trust my instincts my whole life. They've led me to where I am now, which is nowhere near what I could have ever dreamt of or imagined. It was just by following instincts and some voice inside that was like, yes or no. And as excited as I was to be offered, and also honored to be offered, because that's so freaking cool, there was something in me that was saying, don't do it. Every time I went to say yes to my manager, I got this in my stomach, and I was like, I have to listen to that. And so I ended up saying no to it. And I believe that they now have 2 sisters as bachelorettes in Australia, which is really, really cool and exciting. And I think that's super fun for the network. And I'll be cheering them on.
Yeah. I mean, would you ever do it here in the States? I mean, have they ever reached out to you here? Because now, I mean, I don't know if you've been keeping up with all the drama with going on with Claire. There's a million bachelorettes like filming right now. We don't know what's going on, but would you ever do it here?
You know what? I would consider it. There's also that thing that my life is here. I live here, so it also makes more sense for me to do it here. I don't have plans to permanently move back to Australia. I would love to be half and half, like go to Australia and work, but my life is based here. I want to raise my kids here. Yeah. And so, yes, in that sense, yes, it feels like it makes more sense. There's less questions at the end of it for me. Like, okay, well, where do we live and what do we do? It makes more sense for me. If I got offered, I'd 99.99% say yes, for sure.